People always ask me, who you think is the greatest bodybuilder of all time? And I always say Arnold. And they say, why you say that? We were thinking you. I'm like, well, back in the day when Arnold did it, he didn't have the technology I had.
Building legendary shoulders has always been a battle between two philosophies: the golden era pump and shape of Arnold Schwarzenegger versus the raw mass and power of Ronnie Coleman. Arnold carved out wide aesthetic delts with precision and high volume training, while Ronnie pushed ungodly weights to build freakishly massive shoulders. Two champions, two styles, one goal: to create bolder shoulders that dominate the stage and the gym. Arnold treated the military press as the king of delt builders, or full body tension and balance, keeping strict form with a full range of motion. For him, it wasn't just about lifting heavy, it was about sculpting round, wide shoulders. He often went for moderate weight by higher reps to flood the muscle with blood and chase that skin-tearing pump. Ronnie turned the military press into a powerlifting spectacle. He would load the barbell with insane weights, repping out with plates most lifters couldn't unrack. Ronnie believed in progressive overload, heavy weight by lower reps, focusing on raw strength and mass. His philosophy: the heavier you lift, the bigger you grow. Yeah, buddy. When Arnold pressed overhead, it wasn't just about moving weight. It was about building towering shoulders that framed his physique like armor. Every press was performed with control, precision, and the vision of creating shoulders that could command a stage without saying a word.
You want to know how to build a masterpiece? You don't just throw weight around. You don't just grunt and strain. You walk up to that barbell and you see more than iron. You see a chisel. Every single rep is a precise strike, carving away the ordinary to reveal the extraordinary. It's not about the weight on the bar, it's about the burn in your muscle. It's about the mind-muscle connection, the focus, the control. Feel the stretch, squeeze at the peak, chase the pump until your skin feels like it's going to tear, because you're not just building muscle, you're sculpting your physique. You are the artist and the clay. So be precise, be relentless, and create a work of art that the world will remember. Now go and make every rep a masterpiece.
Arnold swore by the side lateral raise, the secret to those broad, sweeping shoulders that gave him his world-famous V-taper. He performed them with control, often holding the top of the movement to feel every fiber working. For Arnold, laterals were more than just lifts. They were the wings that gave his physique the power to dominate the stage. Ronnie attacked side laterals with brute force, hoisting dumbbells that most lifters couldn't even curl. Explosive, relentless, and unapologetically heavy. His goal was simple: build massive cannonball delts. For Ronnie, every lateral raise was proof that size and power go hand in hand, and he wouldn't settle for anything less than freakish width. For Arnold, every front raise was about carving detail into the front delts, creating that round, heroic look. He lifted with focus, control, and intent, visualizing the shoulders growing wider and fuller with every rep. To Arnold, the dumbbell front raise wasn't just an exercise. It was a step toward building the kind of physique that inspires generations. Ronnie grabbed the heaviest dumbbells in sight and attacked front raises like a man on a mission. Power, explosiveness, and sheer determination fueled each lift. For him, the movement was about dominating the weight, showing no weakness, and proving that strength builds size. With every raise, he carried the mindset: ain't nothing but a peanut. Arnold saw the bent-over lateral raise as a sculptor's tool for building those rear delts that complete a 3D set of shoulders. He performed them seated with strict form, controlled tempo, and full range of motion. No jerking, no rushing. For him, this exercise was about balance and completeness, making sure the back of the shoulders match the front and side for that timeless, aesthetic silhouette. Ronnie attacked bent-over laterals like everything else, with heavy weights and explosive intensity. He'd grab big dumbbells, bend over, and hammer reps with raw power, hitting rear delts and traps like a beast. For Ronnie, this wasn't about finesse. It was about packing on mass and proving that even the smaller parts of the shoulders deserved big boy weights. His philosophy was simple: leave nothing weak. Arnold was a master of angles. He knew that tiny changes in movement could spark massive growth. Lying side laterals were one of his secret weapons, isolating the side delts and adding that width that made his silhouette unforgettable. To him, this wasn't just an exercise, it was art. Every rep was a brushstroke painting the wide, powerful shoulders of a champion.
You want to get big, you want to get strong, then stop making excuses. That weight you're afraid of, that's the weight that builds champions. You think Ronnie Coleman looked at 150-pound dumbbells and said maybe next week? No, he said, lightweight, baby, ain't nothing but a peanut. This is war. Every set is a battle, and every rep is you proving your willpower. You think it's heavy? Good. That means it's working. You think it hurts? Even better. Pain is weakness leaving the body. So load the bar, grab those dumbbells, and attack that weight with everything you've got. Yell if you have to, grunt, scream, but do not let that weight beat you. Lift heavy and get huge. Yeah, buddy, now let's go.
Arnold used the upright row as a precision tool, pulling with control, feeling the delts and traps ignite with every lift. To him, it was about balance and proportion, chiseling detail into the shoulders and upper body. Each row was another step toward the classic look he envisioned. For Ronnie, shrugs weren't just an accessory, they were a heavyweight showdown. He'd load up the bar with insane plates, repping out with a force that made his traps look like mountains rising from his shoulders. Ronnie believed shrugs were a straight path to dominance, building that thick, beastly neck and trap combo that completed his freakish upper body. To him, every shrug was more than just a lift. It was a reminder that power speaks loudest when it sits on your shoulders. In the end, building legendary shoulders isn't about choosing sides. It's about learning from the masters. Arnold teaches us the art of aesthetics, precision, and relentless focus on detail, sculpting shoulders that awe with symmetry and shape. Ronnie shows us the power of raw strength, daring to push limits, and proving that sheer mass comes from fearless intensity. Whether you chase the classic, chiseled look, or the monstrous, powerhouse size, the lessons from these two icons are clear. Dedication, vision, and heart are non-negotiable. Pick your path, lift with purpose, and let your shoulders tell your story.